Bancho Boy Cooper here. Today we have got the deck that likes to evolve for really cheap, Gold Vaccine, versus the deck that likes to really evolve a lot with GraceNovamon, which does have effective tactic to out Magnemonics antibody, so we'll see how that pans out. We're going to start off with the Coronamon in the back, and going ahead and dropping the Memory Setter Coinsio to do some more cycling of the evolutions on future turns. So, of course, the whole gimmick with the deck, you being able to basically change out what your top card is and just add more cards to the stack. Really unique gimmick, definitely, for that deck. But Gold Vaccine starting off with a hard play of the Kudamon to search out a vaccine. Gonna go with the Venusmon. And I'm guessing that maybe mean, yep, there is in fact a Patamon in the hand, and you definitely want to see that early on. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the Ukomon here to get a rehatch on the next turn and set up some more. And just hard playing the Magna Angemon Ace just to recover up to 6. So strong field presence already. And passing forward, of course, there's the Memory Setter there. Going to gain 1 memory from the Coronamon effect, because there is the Tamer down. And we might see a couple of Digivolutions coming out here on the part of GraceNovamon being past 5 memories. So first off, paying 2 for the Lekismon. Of course, both of these level 4s do have a nice little wheel. Unfortunately, revealing all Nightclaw cards there. You can get a Nightclaw and a Light Fang. So we'll also probably see the new Galgamon will probably make an appearance at some point, but using the Coronamon effect there to cycle that to the bottom to regain 2 memory, and then evolving into the Fireamon, level 4. And let's see if we can get, nope, once again, all blue, all Nightclaw, so unfortunately not able to pick up 2 cards there. But we have the Dianamon there, as well as the Tamer and the level 4. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Dianamon, which has a very powerful stun effect, especially right now, with nothing on the board having any sources. So once you get to this point, the level 5s of the deck both cost 1, which is pretty nuts. So we'll see if we climb higher to level 5. We also do have the Tamer in the back to cycle some more. And yep, there is the Fireamon, which can bomb off, I believe it's a 5k or less on Evolve. So Kudamon goes down. It looks like he's thinking about going ahead and swinging in with the Fireamon. Does have some plus DP on here, I believe, at least 1 plus 2k. And it easily swings over the Gold Rapidmon. And see, we know there is the Dianamon in the hand, so it could go into that. Unfortunately, there's no sources to strip, which is what I believe allows the Dianamon to unsuspend on Evolve. Thinking about it. So if there's an Apollomon, I imagine we might have just seen that. But okay, we're actually going to go with the Thebus Blow, which I think deletes the lowest DP and then gets to recur a piece from trash back to hand. But unfortunately, there was no piece to get back. But at least takes out that Magnemonics antibody, or excuse me, the Magna Angemon Ace for very cheap with the overflow. Gets that off the board and then just establishes the Tamer. So only pushing out an Ukomon and dealing with both bodies on board feels pretty good. And the Ukomon can pick up any of these cards here. And with, let's see, I believe, yeah, he should have 9k on that Fireamon with the Lekismon Inherit. So on the rehatch here, I'm sure we're going to see the Patamon come out now, and see if the GraceNovamon deck can blitz through the security for the Gold Vaccine deck can really use that second hand over there for a good value. So Ukomon's just going to go ahead and swing in and get some of the, I believe that is Apollomon. Would have definitely liked to have been able to get that back to hand with the Thebus Blow, but oh well. It's going to have to play a TK to pass more memory than it would have liked to, probably. And see what kind of card wants to come out of there. There's a Patamon there that's not going to be doing too much good, but he's going to grab the Magnemonics antibody, thinking about it. He's going to go and grab the Patamon. So, you know, maybe he has a Awakening the Golden Knight in hand, but otherwise, may just want to try to get into that with the Magnemon that's in there with Emissary of Hope. So, hatches the Sunmon and see what kind of damage this Fireamon can do here. Definitely going to be hoping to draw maybe into an Apollomon. We can definitely cycle around some more with the Coinsio. And try to get some more sources to give Apollomon some more checks. Of course, now with the blue Sio and Co from the Nightclaw, we can gain some memory back when we do that cycling as well. Alright, looks like they're... Okay, we're going to do some cycling there with the... should be the Rookie Inherit there, Coronamon. And then going into the Cressamon there. Sunmon Egg allows you to do that for -1 cost, so it makes it free, which is very nice. And unfortunately nothing to tap, or rather make unable to suspend with the Cressamon effect. The Cressamon effect also is persistent, which is another effect that can be useful against Magnemonics antibody, although the Gold Vaccine version has so many ways to activate that when Digivolving effect without needing to actually swing it. It's not as useful, but just hard playing a Unimon into evolving into a Firemon to draw a little bit of extra cards here, as opposed to just hard playing the Firemon. And still no Apollomon, looks like. So that is unfortunate. Picking up the Flaremon, I think. Yeah, Flaremon is the level 5. They all have very similar names, as well as another copy of the Dianamon. And going into Dianamon, speaking of it, right now, nothing unfortunately to strip, but it's going to make everything that is with no sources unable to suspend. I don't think that's going to do a whole lot right now, but it is at least a blocker. So going to evolve to that Gold Rapidmon that we saw on the previous turn for free. And there is no BT16 TK set up, but he's going to get to regain 1 memory and draw a card. The Patamon and Tokomon inherits. And with only 1 tamer here, you can only tap down 1 thing with Gold Rapid to drain. And I believe the Firemon there only is 4k, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it's only 4k, so we could either take the kill on that, or try to get a setup on the Dianamon, which would bring it down to, I believe, 7. Which would not quite kill it, but there could definitely be a further evolution here. It looks like there may have just been a Heaven's Judgment taken to hand. He's going to go ahead and suspend down the Dianamon. Alright, and yeah, even already the Heaven's Judgment could just clear off both of these bodies here with 3 allocations of a 6k ping. So could be eyeing for that, but he's got the Awakening of the Golden Digizoid, so he's going to go right into the Magnemon X Antibody, get that immunity, and get the DP boost, and now he can just swing over the Dianamon if he so chooses. Gonna go with security first, maybe? Yep. Of course, he's gonna get to unsuspend and get the boost again, so may as well do that. And then we'll see if he wants to keep it unsuspended to potentially block multiple times with, or just go ahead and swing over that Dianamon. May want to go and clear that off the board because, as you may know, GraceNovamon is actually somewhat uniquely able to out Magnemon X, and oof, there is a Ruin Mode blanket being applied, so that will, that is very devastating, taking out the Firemon and preventing that Coronamon from coming up. And now it definitely does not feel good because all the level 4s in this deck are 5k or below, so I believe even the new Galgamon, so he's going to have to evolve up to level 5, otherwise this Ruin Mode is probably going to swing and apply its blanket again on the next turn. That's one of the things that makes Ruin Mode so devastating, is multiple turns of the 5k blanket there. Yeah, it would be nice if we could actually see GraceNovamon come out, because it can DNA, spit out bodies and DNA at the start of the opponent's turn, right after they lose the immunity, strip out all their sources so they can't even armor purge, and then kill off the Magnemon X Antibody. But yeah, Ruin Mode coming out and making that not so easy, and another Patamon coming out, that is brutal. Swings over a Firemon easily, and on deletion, gonna get to recover, and no need to rehatch, but more importantly, reapplies that 5k blanket. And yeah, this is this is just mostly Ruin Mode bullying everything right now, it looks like. And still plenty of memory to work with. You know, at least it got rid of the Magnemon X Antibody, right? But it definitely dealt a severe blow. So I'm just going to play the Pillowmon, and then go ahead and evolve it into the Gold Rapid there to establish a blocker, which is probably not going to get used, as I don't expect Galaxy to do too much this turn. Just going to have to hard play the Firemon, and of course there's another 5k to delete with that. I believe it does do its effect. Yeah, it does do its effect on play as well. Anyway, Patamon coming out here and seeing what we can go into. I'm not seeing off the top of my head, or looking right here, what if there's anything in security. Doesn't look like there is, so the Patamon might just be whiffing here. But even if there is, we do see we already have a Gold Rapid on board to do some things with. And the Ruin Mode blanket is at least over, so maybe Galaxy can get back in and start trying to play the game. And yeah, it looks like there is no valid target for the Patamon, so you know, you got one before, and I feel like that's a lot to ask to make it hit twice, and especially when you don't have any rigged in there, which I'm not sure if on the previous evolution there was an extra one in hand to go ahead and rig into security. But anyway, seeing what we want to go from here. So I think we did see there is one of the level 5 Angel Aces. So we're going to go ahead and swing in to security with the Rapamon X, and finds the Goodnight Moon option card, the Dianamon option card. And I know the main effect allows you to, yeah, it just activates main, so it'll basically stun down a tamer and an option, as well as allow a free play of a tamer, which is pretty cool. So we just put the security tag plus on there to give it a can't suspend, I guess. And then the Rapamon will be going into the Magna-Angemon, which will let you recover and drain. That'll finish draining out after the 4K drain from the Rapidmon it's suspending, and then going further into Venusmon to stop any Wind Digivolving effects from going on. And not a lot of security left for GraceNovamon here, and no on-evolve effects going to be able to activate here, so that is definitely very yikes. But if they can somehow... They would have to evolve up and keep turn, because Apollomon can't blitz. Since that is, of course, a Wind Digivolving effect. So I'm going to Coinsio here to temporarily exist as a level 2 before going into the Dianamon, or rather into the Lunamon. And then get to regain a good bit of memory here, and there's conceivably a world where we do get to go into Apollomon and not pass turn to be able to blitz. So just 2 into a level 4 might do it, but ooh, looks like we do not have it. The Firemon just going to be played to take out the Patamon to at least hold on maybe for another turn. And may just have to hard play another body here as Galaxy, not really lining up what we need to get into any of the good stuff. No Apollomon, you definitely want to see the Apollomon to blitz in, get through a lot of security, blow something up. Does feel pretty good when Apollomon does get to do that, which is not technically a one attacking effect. It seems like it kind of is, because it's whenever security is removed, but not technically a one attacking effect. So if it could already be an Apollomon, he'd still be able to bomb it off, which would be great. But still one security left to go here, and oh, there's just a second Ruin mode, and that is going to take out everything but the Firemon. And so here is a weakened Firemon here to try to do something. Unfortunately, Apollomon's deletion is DP. I believe it's based on its own DP, so having the DP minus blanket on there is going to make it not remotely possible to to delete with the Apollomon effects. Just going to go into the Dianamon, which will be able to strip all the sources. I believe there is the Magna-Angemon Ace in the sources there, so we will get to Overflow. So that works out. So I think he only gets to strip not all of them, because that Dianamon does not have very many sources under it. So yeah, it's basically a 1-for-1. Yeah, so one strip for its one source is kind of how it works out there. So at least with the Overflow gets to keep turn, and Coinsio can be used here, so maybe we will finally see an Apollomon. Of course, this Dianamon is currently still weakened. Alright, so it is going to be cycling to the bottom to evolve into another level 6. Alright, finally we do get to see Apollomon. Gonna go ahead and regain some memory there with that, so we'll actually be able to keep turn. This would have been nice if we could have got it last turn for sure to bomb off that Venusmon before the Ruin mode came down. But yeah, Apollomon, let's see, it does have a plus 2k. Okay, we do have the Coinsio. So we're going to cycle that to the bottom and then get another Dianamon. Strip out some more sources, and then let's see if we have the start of opponent's turn effect here from the Sio and Co. And looks like we do not have it, as the Ukomon comes out. Very unfortunate. Granted, GraceNovamon, well, it would be able to kill off the Shine Greymon and then resist being killed itself by trashing 2 same level sources from an opponent's effect deletion. But as of right now, it's it will at least prevent the Shine Greymon Ruin mode from suspending from Dianamon's effect. Since it has no sources, it cannot suspend. The Ukomon is welcome to swing if it wants to, but the Dianamon does have blocker, so maybe saving another turn, and hopefully we can get into a GraceNovamon on the next turn. That said, we do know there's a Heaven's Judgment in hand, and yep, that's just going to be played. Of course, he's got 3 total colors there, white, purple, and yellow, so more than enough to take out the Dianamon, and that is just pretty brutal. So we'll see if this Coronamon can do anything about it. It definitely will not be an easy climb, and we've seen that there's still some pieces missing from the GraceNova hand as it is, so checking through the trash to see what might be possibly left in the deck to draw into. And I believe last turn there was a moment where we would like to evolve level 4. Okay, we do have level 4 back in the hand now, so okay, we got another level 4 coming up. So you're going to be able to take the red tamer and the blue level 4. And we have not actually seen the Galgamon come out, the new Galgamon, which of course supports the Mirage Galgamon deck, but as well as this deck being a Nightclaw, and just making both players draw cards, and potentially being a 1-cost level 4 to go into, which is really great. As it does regain memory if basically if you've done one of the cycles, you're going to get to regain the memory. But there is Lekasmon for some more search. And that one will end up costing 1. And we do see, I believe that is finally the GraceNovamon going to be picked up to hand. I believe, unfortunately, that search has to be... I forget exactly how these searches go. There's one that's like, it's awkward with the Galaxy trade. I think you can get like one of the same guild and then one of the other one, or Grace Nova, I think is how it works. Something like that. Anyway, so Grace Nova finally in hand. If we can actually climb up to it, then this might be okay, as Grace Nova does also have blocker and can kill something off. So we will see. There's the Firemon that's going to be able to take out the Ukomon. So Grace Nova staying in it. It was looking very, very grim, but just barely managing to hang on. Still a ton of security to chew through from Gold Vaccine. So I think we're going to need to try to somehow get this Shine Greymon Ruin Mode off the board. Although it can be blocked, as there's going to be extra DP on the Grace Nova stack. But I really would like to make sure we can get that. Okay, actually he's going to be able to stun down the Ruin Mode once again with the Crescimon effect. So maybe we just keep the Ruin Mode from ever, doing anything. Alright, so here comes Apollomon. And Apollomon could Blitz here. I forget if this effect is actually mandatory to kill something off. See, I forget how much DP this Apollomon has as well. Yeah, there we go. So it does blitz through a couple security there. Just only the on deletion effect of the Shine Ruin Mode does apply there. So minus 5k, I guess, after the first check. But it looks like Apollomon was easily able to blast through all those and chew through a good bit of security. So after some much ado about nothing, Apollomon will just pass, and we do know. Oh, unfortunately, that's right. We've been through like all the Dianamon, so there was no Dianamon to play out there. Quite unfortunate to set up the Grace Nova play, but I feel like the problem here is Apollomon and Grace Nova just came a good bit too late to really do anything. It was just like all Dianamons at first, and you really want to be able to get into Apollomon to do an early punch through the security, ideally, and kind of just got on the back foot early with Grace Nova not really, or rather Dianamon not really having too much to control on the board. So healing back up with the Magna Henchmon Ace, and just about got. I think that Apollomon's just about drained out. I think the DP plus inherits are keeping it alive. But once again, Emissary of Hope into the Magnamon, and that is not looking good, as I think this Apollo can probably just get swung over if he so chooses. He can actually just swing twice per game. That's probably what's going to happen here, unless there's something crazy out of security. And nope, just a Crescimon. Just going to unsuspend and swing in for game, and that'll be it. Thanks for watching.